Getting my coffee ready. And then we're going to meditate together. It's 8:28 a.m. Pacific. So, coffee mug. Let's make our espresso. Boom. Which one are we doing? Should we do active vitamin B6? No, let's do this one. Melosio. Melosio. There we go, Mindset Fam. Let that brew. And then got our milk. Boom. My alarm was going off there. Got our iPad, got our eye mask. Got to have all the things to get ready to meditate. It helps a lot when you have an eye mask because you can just block out all the light because you're just trying to reduce your senses and just slowly like kind of drift off. Like not just sleep, but you're basically letting your body become the mind and your mind just relax. So if you're new to meditation, sit back, relax, and we're gonna do again. I do the guided meditation, so I'm trying to get back into it every morning. I was at 58 days in a row. It's crazy how effective it is for just if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're stressed, if you're anxious, it helps reduce all that because you're just learning how to be one with your thoughts, not judge your thoughts as much. And it's super important because most people have a hard time with that, right? Managing emotions. Say fool Fendi. Welcome live. Thanks for tuning in. We're about to start the meditation in just a minute. I'm not doing my face or anything like that until after meditation, just because, yeah, because I want to be like mentally primed. So it's like mentally priming or mental rehearsal, right? We want to mentally project what do we want our dream life to be, and the actions that we're going to take, and we're using meditation to do it. All right, we've got our coffee, which I love having my coffee during meditation. And we've got our iPad and our eye mask and our water. Let's chug some more water. Welcome, Missy B. And again, hit subscribe if you guys are new here. I go live daily for um I go live daily for workouts, meditations, meal prep, etc. etc. Ooh, there's little Pino. Come on, Pop. I'm gonna get my dog to come over here. Yeah, good to see you again. All right, we're getting everything set up here. Oh yeah. Okay. I'm so upset, Mindset Fam. I was streaming dinner last night, the steaks that I made for me and my wife, and then my freaking stream went black because I received because my wife called me and then it just froze. So when people call you on your stream, just tell them to not call you right away because it will freeze. And my screen went black. Okay, let's freaking do this, Mindset Fam. Aw, and this is Pino. He likes perch. No, over here, Pop. Over here. You like perching up there, Pop? Yes. Whoa. Yeah. Good boy. Yep. Okay. We're gonna get ready to meditate. Let's begin. I'm just gonna get a little blanket. And my favorite was kind of during the winter there, February till March or March till April. I literally meditated like that was that 2 month window where it was every single day without fail. And I was wearing my other robe that had the hood on it, so I was just super cozy. So it was very effective. So okay, but before we begin, we're gonna do our affirmations. So your affirmations can be whatever whatever you're working towards, what you're praying for, what you're affirming to yourself to prepare mentally for this meditation. So I'm going to begin with mine and I'll kind of share with you guys what I'm working on. So I got to get into Google Doc. I have it written all in my Google Doc. It's basically, hopefully it's on here. Yeah, it is. Yes, it's on here. Okay. So before we begin, I'm going to show you guys. Yeah, here it is. I have a mindfulness meditation mantra. And this can be, you guys can create your own however you want, but this is what mine is. I'm just going to affirm it to myself before to mentally prepare my mind for the meditation. So I focus on what I want. I focus on what I want to create, but I'm going to focus on what I want to create in my future, but in the present. And that's what Dr. Joe Dispenza, his work, I'm really a fan of because he teaches us how to pull the past out of ourselves and to bring the future to us and not obsess about the past and not obsess about the future so much, but focus on the here and now because everyone wants to learn how to do that. So I'll begin with my affirmation and then we'll begin the meditation in just a few moments, okay? And I'm going to say my own affirmation about 3 to 5 times just to help with priming. Priming is just preparing the mind. We're telling because the mind doesn't know the difference between what has happened and what's real. So let's begin. I'm already the man who passed his mutual funds exam and stepped back into banking with confidence. I'm a full-time content creator and online personal trainer, earning 20,000 a month doing work I love on my own terms. My knowledge, my presence, and my consistency attract everything I need. This is already done. I just have to catch up to it. So that's my first mantra or affirmation. I'm going to do it 4 more times just to help with the priming. I'm already the man who passed his mutual funds exam and stepped back into banking with confidence. I'm a full-time content creator and online personal trainer, earning 20,000 a month doing work I love on my own terms. My knowledge, my presence, and my consistency attract everything I need. This is already done. I just have to catch up to it. I'm already the man who passed his mutual funds exam and stepped back into banking with confidence. I'm a full-time content creator and online personal trainer, earning 20,000 per month, doing work I love on my own terms. My knowledge, my presence, and my consistency attract everything I need. This is already done. I just have to catch up to it. Hey there, the Nathan Blank. Welcome live. Thanks for tuning in. Hit subscribe if you're new. We're preparing our mind for the meditation, a guided meditation as well. I am already the man who passed his mutual funds exam and stepped back into banking with confidence. I'm a full-time content creator and online personal trainer, earning 20,000 a month doing work I love on my own terms. My knowledge, my presence, and my consistency attract everything I need. This is already done. I just have to catch up to it. And one last time for good measure. I'm already the man who passed his mutual funds exam and stepped back into banking with confidence. I'm a full-time content creator and online personal trainer, earning 20,000 a month, doing work I love on my own terms. My knowledge, my presence, and my consistency attract everything I need. This is already done. I just have to catch up to it. Okay, so we've done our mantra. Now we're letting the universal intelligence, the universe, help us solidify that in our meditation and help bring that to fruition. There. Okay, here we go, Mindset fam. So now we're gonna enjoy our coffee and we're gonna let our mind unwind. Appreciate you guys being here. So 30 minutes. I'm gonna put this down. I will not come up from the meditation until we're done. I'll just have a quick peek on where we're at, but it'll be, we'll be officially meditating. I know last time I was getting distracted. I was like talking to you guys and meditating, but we're just going to meditate. So let's begin. Again, I'm going to use my breath to help anchor myself to the meditation. 4-second inhale, hold for 7 seconds. 8-second exhale will kind of be my cadence for the breath work. Let's begin. Welcome back. You can begin by taking a seat. You can pick your favorite chair or just sit cross-legged on a cushion. Let's take a moment to release any unwanted tension. You can do this by rolling out your neck in a circular motion and giving your back a good stretch by twisting those shoulders left and right. Give you guys better angle here. That's better. Also, make sure to check for any tightness that might be hiding in your jaw or shoulders. And if you find any, just go ahead and release it, softening that area. Now that you're ready to settle in, find a starting position where you're sitting upright and alert, but without being too rigid. Your chest should be open and your shoulders relaxed. Go ahead and place your hands in a comfortable position. They can be folded in front of you or on your legs. Now close your eyes. Let's begin by taking a few slow, deep breaths, inhaling through the nose and out through the mouth. For each breath you take, notice how your chest and stomach rise and expand on inhale and how the body relaxes and softens on exhale. As you finish your next deep breath, allow yourself to return to your natural breathing rhythm in and out through the nose. Now bring your attention to where you most easily detect the breath. You might feel the air passing through the nostrils or touching the upper lip. Or sometimes you feel the breath in the movement of your chest or belly. Once you find that point, keep your focus and attention on it. This is your meditation practice, simply observing where each breath unfolds in this present moment. And remember, there is no need to change the breath, speeding it up or slowing it down. Just let it happen naturally, observing each part of the breath, the inhale, pause in between, and exhale.
As you've been following the breath, you might notice some thoughts and distractions arise. That's completely normal. These moments shouldn't be discouraging because they're really an opportunity to strengthen your practice. Simply acknowledge the thought and then let it go, returning back to following the breath. And if your mind has wandered, no problem. Just slowly return to observing the breath. From this point forward, we'll use the sound of a chime as a reminder to bring your awareness back to the breath. When you hear it, if your mind has wandered, just slowly bring it back.
We're almost done, Mindset Fan. We're almost done. Whoa. Hey, Shannon. Oh, what the heck is going on in this chat? Hang on. Sorry, Mindset fam. Report. What the hell? What the hell?
And now, just take a moment to give your mind a break. No need to focus on your breath or think about anything at all. Just enjoy the mind at ease.
Yo, Shannon, sorry about the chat there. I reported that person and they're being also put on timeout. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We're almost done. We're almost done meditation. Got just like last minute. So if you haven't already subscribed, hit subscribe. This meditation, like,
And as the practice
yeah.
finishes, just slowly bring your attention back to the space around you.
And I'll take you guys through the rest of the morning routine in just a moment.
You can gently wiggle your fingers and toes. Now rolling out the shoulders and neck. And when you're ready, slowly open your eyes.
So yeah, so get yourself an eye mask. I actually got myself a Bluetooth eye mask for when I meditate, when I'm like going to sleep. Man, my hair's a mess. So we're gonna fix that in a minute. But Shannon, sorry about all that riffraff in the chat. I reported that person, uh Ramazy. Goodness gracious. Sarah so shaky? All right, we are done our meditation, mindset fam. And dog's just perched up here, having a little nap. It's a beautiful day. Oh, and I'll show you guys day two of 58. And there's always little quotes at the bottom here. Appreciate you guys meditating with me. Okay. And then again, longest session. So I've done 1,500 sessions total. This is over a couple years. Longest 58 days in a row. And then right now we're on a 2-day streak, which is awesome. Okay. So meditating's done. All right. Now let's get ready for skincare routine. Washing our face, gelling the hair and all that. So, oh, where's the little guy? Where's the little guy? Let's find Pino the pup. Pino, where are you? There he is. There he is. Oh, hey there, bud. Hey there. All right. Eye mask, coffee cup, water bottle. There we go. Oops, sorry, that's too zoomed in. Hang on. Shannon, you still there? Hopefully, those trolls in the chat are out. I did ban them and report, so apologies for that. I know there's some weirdos on the internet, but it is the nature of the internet, unfortunately. There's always going to be weirdos and people saying stupid stuff. So if they say stupid stuff, then they just get reported. But one sec. Just want to check something. Stupid thing. Mm, okay. We are going to do our skincare mindset. We're going to let the dog out. Hey, Wordy, VR, welcome, welcome. All right, so we just finished our meditation. We're just keeping it to one espresso coffee right now, letting the dog out. Hang on. Oh, yeah, look at that. It's a beautiful day. It's a little bit windy, but very sunny. And now, let the dog do his business. Oh, dear. Starting to bark. Where is he? No barking. And Shannon, if you're still in the chat, if you haven't already subscribed, I was looking at my subscribers last night and I didn't see that you subscribed. Or maybe you just forgot. I remember you saying that you subscribed, but just want to double check. Again, if you like the content, appreciate it. We're at 747 subscribers right now, I believe. Let's see. Oh yeah, appreciate it, Wordy. I know you're subscribed. Yeah. So there's an awesome little thumbnail here that I see from David Goggins. Clear your mind first, declutter your mind. That's literally what we're doing in these meditations. We're doing mental rehearsal for preparing our mind for the day in a proactive way before we get reactive, right? When things are coming at us. So, oh, goodness gracious. Hang on. Just want to make sure the dog's good. Hey, shush, pop. He's just going crazy. No, no barking. No barking, pop. All right. But let's go and do our little skincare real quick. Hang on. But yeah, like I said, that's what the meditation's for. It's for us to reset our mind, prepare our mind for the day, but in a conscious way. Because a lot of us are running our day on autopilot subconsciously and then the autopilot portion of ourselves, right, is running our day without us actually realizing it. So what we're doing is we're reversing it and we're being conscious and aware. We're using meditation to pull those future experiences into the present, right? Mentally. And we're mentally rehearsing them, right? This could be like Michael Jordan did it, Kobe Bryant did it, Arnold Schwarzenegger did it. They would always prepare their vision ahead, and then they'd feel that experience ahead of the experience. And that's kind of what we're doing with meditation. And we're using that to uh, prepare for whatever it is that we're trying to work towards. Hang on. I'm gonna need some allergy medicine this morning. I'm like stuffed up. Um, Meditation creates more compassion, more empathy, more gratitude, more emotional resilience. All these things are really good because people have a hard time with them. And I've been doing YouTube shorts on this, and I'm going to be teaching more tools for us to bounce back when we have these types of things happen to us, right? When we have feel like we have mental setback, physical setbacks, we can use meditation to help reset and declutter the mind. All right, here we go. Cleanser. I'm fasting this morning again, probably till late morning, not super long. I'm gonna get a coffee with my wife soon here. Probably will have some creatine monohydrate, and Metamucil, so just have some fiber, and I'm gonna leave it at that. Then I won't eat anything for a little bit. But I'll take my allergy medicine. I would stay, but I have to leave. Yeah, no worries, Wordy. Appreciate being here. Thanks for tuning to the stream. We're almost at an hour. Appreciate your time, energy, and attention. And thank you for being a Mindset subscriber. Appreciate you. Mm. All right. Cleansing done. There we go. And then we're going to do the rest of our skincare. My wife really likes my beard, so I keep it. I should trim around here because it starts growing into my mouth, and I don't like that. But it looks so full right now, and it feels nice and soft. It grows in nice and soft once it's at this length. So, but yeah, first let's gel the hair. We got our gel, Dove Mend, and then I want to be nice and smell good before me and my wife go out for a little coffee date. She's gonna come pick me up. I'm gonna leave soon here, so I just want to make sure I'm all ready to go. Got our got our gel. Boom, and then I will get on there. There. Perfect. Gel's done. Oh, hey, Nana Koshik. Just finished meditation. Now I'm just showing you guys the rest of my morning routine. Just did a cleansing, gelled my hair with this gel, combed my hair, and now we're moisturizing. But before we moisturize, I'm going to show you guys the rest of the skincare routine. When I have time, which we have time today because it's day off from work, we are doing, hang on, toner, hyaluronic acid. Yeah, niacinamide. And then this one. What is this one? Yeah, rosehip seed oil. You look kind of, you look kind of fine, respectfully. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Um, and then under eye caffeine. What do you mean I look kind of fine? Like, don't need all that stuff? Is that what you're saying? But yeah, we're gonna get. Oh, hold on. Oh, we're gonna do that. Yeah, kid skincare. Yeah, I'm just like because I don't have time to do my full routine. So weekdays lately, because me and my wife had a crazy week. Cleanser. Keep it really simple. If you're someone that doesn't have the budget for that other skin cut, yeah, appreciate it. Cleanser, moisturizer. So and the only other thing is like because I have a beard, I have sometimes I can get ingrown hairs. So I'm really trying to be cognizant of that. But here we're gonna do the toner. There we go. And normally what I do, because you go through stressful times sometimes, you go through times where you're just your skin. Appreciate that. Um, we do I like to do like a face mask a couple times a week. So it's just like I like taking care of my skin because right? It's a great feeling when we feel like we're moisturized and our skin is just, you know, we take care of it. The easiest way to take care of your skin is drink water. Drink tons of water. It flushes you out, it helps you detox when you cut back on drinking all the soda and all that kind of stuff. Oh, I'll show you the face mask in a minute. Hang on. Okay, we've just done our toner, right? We hyaluronic acid now. Now this is to help conceal the moisture in the face. I'll show you the face mask in a minute. I won't do a face mask, I don't think right now, because my wife's gonna be picking me up within that. I mean, I could do a face mask actually, but I think this is hyaluronic acid. This helps conceal the moisture in the face. So you just need a little bit, literally like a little dropper, right? There you go. Hyaluronic acid. Yeah. How many drops of serum do you use? Like this serum, I literally just do like little tiny bit. I'm very conservative with it because it's concentrated, and there's quite a bit in there. You don't need that much. So hyaluronic acid done. Now another drop of niacinamide, just a little bit, just a little bit. You'll see me that much. That's it. There you go. Dab, 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 dab. I can feel it. It's like soaking in the skin really good. And if you haven't already, Nana, hit subscribe. Appreciate the subscribe. I go live daily for lunch with me, dinner with me, meal prep, workouts, day in the lifestyle vlogging like this, and studying and meditation. Oh, uh, you can use it in the morning and at night. I'll double check with my wife though. My wife's a skincare expert. She's got a whole routine, and her complexion is insane from the this skincare routine with it's called Ordinary is the brand. I don't know if they're global or if they're just in North America, but Ordinary, very good. Okay, I think I'm gonna yeah, this rose hip seed oil really good. Again, helps conceal the moisture in the face, but instead of that, I used that yesterday. I don't think they recommend doing that every day. Appreciate it. And then we'll do just a drop, just a little drop. Under eye caffeine. Okay, see, this just like wakes me up. Like doing the skincare routine. Boom. All right. And then I got to do my allergy medicine because cotton is flying everywhere. And I walked my dog last night and I was absolutely dying. It was like I would just have these random sneeze flare ups. There, we're done. Caffeine under eye drops. And then, oh, I haven't done moisturizer yet. And then a little moisturizer. And then
I'm going to see my dad tonight. We're gonna have a guys weekend kind of thing, and I'm gonna bring the dog and my wife break from the dog, and then she's gonna have girls weekend with her mom, and then yeah, I'm gonna get a workout with my dad. We're gonna watch some movies. Yeah. Okay. Good. Very presumptuous of you that I'm not from America. Oh, I wasn't being presumptuous. I just don't. Uh, I'm not from America. Yeah. No, I didn't mean it like that. I just mean like I don't know if ordinary is in. Is it just North America? I don't know. Did not mean it like that. There. Moisturizer now. Get that right in there. I should start calling this meditate and move uh live stream so I can combine exercise or yoga with the meditation as well. And since the beard is getting so long, right? We're moisturized. We're done mindset now. Yeah, yeah. Um, I'm from Canada, by the way, if that helps. Yep. There we go. Excuse me. Skincare done. And now we're gonna ever thought of using gua gosha? Guasha? How do you say that? What is that? Um, I don't know. I've never heard of that. Okay. Now that we got that done, let's put on some cologne so we smell nice. Yo, what's going on? Paulo? Paul? It's a face tool kind of. Oh, okay. Yeah. Honestly, I'm all about skincare and I like taking care of my complexion. So, but I'll show you that. Hang on. I will show you that skincare. Check this out. So my brother-in-law got it for us. These are the face mask. Yeah, it's full face mask. And I think it's collagen, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember. I think they're collagen, but they're very like very moisturizing. And then I got under eye pads. There are these ones. These are the collagen under eye pads. So might do some of those this weekend. Probably will do some of those this weekend. But let me figure out what I'm gonna wear. I'm probably just gonna wear like t-shirt and shorts because it's so warm today. Yeah. Hang on. But again, like I said, lots of water. I think I'm gonna wear um yeah. Yeah. Just gonna wear my athleisure today just because it's so warm. I don't want to dress in anything too warm. All right. Uno momento. What's the temperature there? I think it's like 23 degrees Celsius. One sec. There. No, I messed up my gelled hair. Ugh. There we go. There we go. We look snatched. We look snatched. Myself, I'm kind of messed up my hair there when I put on my this Under Armour t-shirt because me and my dad. I'm gonna work out later. Um, but let's get on some cologne because my wife's gonna pick me up soon. There, that's better. Get that comb over going. All right. Isn't that warm? It is. Yeah, it's pretty warm for Canada because it gets cold here. Ooh.
Should I use this old Playboy cologne? Why not? Yeah, it's pretty good. Nice. On the ears, forearms. And then one more thing I do when I got time, when it's a day off, is I go, if you're a guy and you're in the chat, beard brush if you have a beard. Just makes it look that much more neat. Because when you brush it this way, when it grows in nice and full looking. And then soft. There we go. There. Dunskies. Love it. Appreciate it. All right. Let's go get some more hydration here. Okay, so we've got everything. I'm gonna get my Apple Watch on and gonna get on some. One sec. Put you guys on here. Oh, get my Apple Watch on. There we go. And then put on my Beards Bees. All right. We good, Mindset fam? Let's go. Grab some more water. I like starting the day with like lots of hydration. Um, yeah, get rid of this coffee. Have another coffee later. And we will have our. This is all dirty. Yes. Dishwasher's dirty. Okay. All right. Oh my God. And I made steaks last night. They were so freaking good. Hang on. Let's get our Metamucil. Yeah. Little fiber. And and then we're gonna have some creatine. This is a protein powder I've been having right now. It's whey protein isolate. Um, what else? Yeah, blend premium blend of milk and beef protein isolate. So pretty darn good. This is the creatine I take. I take this every day. It's good for the brain and it's good for the body. Mm. Mhm. Okay. All right, making this. Uno momento. Is it warm where you are? I do go to the well, I don't have to go to the gym. I have a home gym. I can show you that in a minute. I got a home gym. But yes, like I train pretty much every day. Lately it's been a lot of hikes with the dog, with my wife. Um, but I like to train with kettlebell. I have an adjustable kettlebell. I have two adjustable dumbbells, and the weight on those adjustable dumbbells is 10 to 90 pounds. So they can go very heavy. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, it actually was reasonable. It took me a few years to build it up, but because I own a condo in another city, sold that condo, me and my wife bought a house. So I was able to set aside money from proceeds of that and invest in a home gym. Yes. Took time. Wasn't actually as expensive as you might think. It's just you just yeah. I found a lot of stuff on secondhand or I found a lot of stuff that was just it was reasonably priced. Yeah. And my background's in finance, so I know how to get a deal and I know how to stretch dollars too. I come from banking, 5.5 years banking, 3 years insurance currently. But I want to get back into banking because I love managing money so much. And I love investing. It's my favorite. I love investing. Hmm. Okay, we're about to down this. Whoop. Sorry. There we go. You're studying finance? Good for you. I'm restudying mutual funds to get back into banking. Yeah, highly, highly recommend. Yes, you go through some stress. It is stressful sometimes, but like you build such a good foundation for your career and you can never shut that off if you're really intrigued by it. Um, are you looking into getting into banking or what type of finance industry? I was a financial advisor. Um, and I'm still an advisor in insurance too. It's just different. It's just a different product, right? My recommendation, what I did before I started in banking, if you're in college or you're in university right now, you're in school, speak to people that are already in the industry. Seek them out, and then if you can't find anyone, read books on the topic. I've read so many books. Yeah, you're getting a degree in finance and banking. Oh, good for you. That's awesome. Yeah, it will be a game changer for you. It'll set you apart. Um, that's what I went to school for. I did a major in finance, minor in marketing. I didn't do a full degree. I did a finance diploma, like a business administration finance diploma for my university. And I spread it across 4 years instead of two because I got a job in banking like second year. And that's because I was networking constantly with students on campus. And then turned out I got a job. I networked with a guy, and then I got a job from a guy who was in one of my statistics class. And I was asking him, I'm like, I need sales experience to get into banking. How do I get sales experience? And he's like, actually, we're hiring. Um, um, he's like, we're hiring for like sales associate for selling cell phones. I'm like, okay. So I got into that. I did that for about 7 or 8 months. And then there's a bank that was inside of the store, the superstore in Canada, where I'm from, right across from me. And then I started talking to him. And then I'm like, how do you get into banking? Like, what do you need? And then he told me what the wage was at the time. And I was only 20 years old. I was like one of the youngest people that started in banking. One of the youngest, if not the youngest, I think. And I was 20 years old and I was like, holy smokes. I'm like, this is like a dream come true. Like, so I talked to him. He said it was $18 an hour Canadian. And at the time I was making like 12 or 11. And I was like, that's a massive jump. That's a massive shift in financial cash flow and life. It was life changing. Um, and I'm like, okay, well, what do I need to do? And then he's like, just apply. Yep. And it was insane. And then I got in there and I was there for 3 years. And I built a book of business of 3.5 million bucks from scratch. I had to go out in the superstore and solicit clients for business. Hardest thing I've ever done. It's like door to door sales, but it built my experience. It built the foundation, and I'd highly recommend take what you can get. It's not going to be, yep, um, it's not going to be easy, but you stick with it and you will get better and better and better and better. And I kept my best quarter ever. I kept it, and I want to show it to you. I kept it. And I would say come to Canada. Come to Canada, depending on where you're from, and how easy it is. Um, come to Canada because we're constantly looking for people in finance and healthcare. Um, mostly healthcare, mostly healthcare, but there's still opportunity. There's abundant opportunity. It just depends on how you how you think about things. But here, check this out. This was my best quarter ever. This is proof that I know it's kind of hard to see, but it shows, yep, it shows so checking accounts, IPSA is a savings account, tax-free savings account, RIPSA. Oh, I see. I see. And then funds. So those are the units what I sold? Yeah. And this was called PC Financial. They're now called Simply Financial. This got my start in banking. This built my whole foundation of banking. So this is all like how many accounts that I actually sold. Um, right? Year to date, year to date. So Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. And then it said for, and then right here, it says funds in, money out, right? Um, so Q1, I brought in 440,000. This was in, when was this? 2017. That was my best quarter ever. Yeah. And then yeah, year to date at the very end of the year, Q4, right there. Look at the bottom. Total funds, $3.5 million right there. And then it shows the average balance of all those accounts as well, which was super cool. So I kept this, and I'm so glad I kept it because it was a keep things like that. Like when you're in sales or when you're grinding it out and it's really difficult and you feel like giving up and you feel like quitting, keep those as a reminder of what you're capable of. I kept that as a reminder that I became a great salesperson. I became a great employee. I became a great um yeah, like worker from volume. I just put in so much volume. And it was not easy, but I laid it all on the line and I have no regrets. And the only reason I stopped working there, I loved it at first. The reason I stopped working there is because I didn't want my personal brand to be associated with a bank in a grocery store. And it was good, and I did get good commission. My first year, I made 50,000 Canadian. And my first year's commission that I made on top of my base, so I had a base plus commission, and I made yeah, 50 or 52,000 my first year. It was crazy. Yeah. And then yeah, and then it did. It grew from there. And that was when I was 20 years old, and I was blown away. It was so powerful. Oh, that's why I don't want to come to Canada? Why? Yeah, absolutely. So you don't want to come to Canada. Canada is easy, but my people are there too much. What do you mean by that? Oh, I see. Well, then depending on where you're from, maybe you can look at another country. Maybe you can look at like Singapore. Singapore is like the mecca of very expensive to live there, but I've heard it's the financial mecca of Asia. Or there's Malaysia. So Singapore, yeah, if you know. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, because you want to try like a different area. What about UK? UK is big for banking. Asia's big for banking. Um, Trying to think what else. Yeah, but but yeah, just wanted to show you that. So just show you what's possible. And I just did that in a grocery store. Brought in that much. Yeah, UK would be cool. I've heard good things about. Um, yeah, totally. Okay, let's have the rest of our creatine Metamucil. Another place that you might want to consider that I've heard about, which I was told about before I was actually considering leaving Canada at one point when I was really young. When I was 23, 24, and I wanted to try and look at working in a bank abroad. And I was thinking at the time of like Germany, Frankfurt. Frankfurt's a big financial hub. Um, so yeah, like looking at Germany too. Yeah. If you're almost got your degree, look at where another thing you want to look at is where they're looking for people entry level or junior roles in banks abroad, and then see what how complicated it is. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you want to look at the big picture. You want to look at living standards, wage, how affordable is it to live there, because you got to factor all those things in, because it's a whole different ball game when you're going to a different country, their rules, their laws. So another place you might want to look into, and they're very foreigner friendly, tourist friendly, and a lot of people work there. Japan. Me and my wife went to Japan. So cool. You would probably have to work in Tokyo. That because that's where all the big banks and everything are, and they have a lot of banks there. Um, yeah, you're the world's your oyster right now. I'd go Germany, Japan, Singapore. Um, yeah, totally. Yeah, I went to school with people from Germany, and they said, yeah, they were like to come to Canada to get their MBA or finish their business degree. They were fully funded by the German government, which was crazy, and that was like years ago. And I think it's still like that. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, yeah, it depends. It depends. Yeah, yeah. There you go. All right, putting the iPad away. We had our Metamucil. My wife should be here soon. I'll keep an eye on my messages, and I'll probably show you guys while we're. Oh, if you're not white, Japan is not welcome. They don't allow entry into clubs if you're South Asian. Petrus, welcome. I'm in insurance. That's my career, but I'm looking at getting back into banking. And I'm also pursuing my online or personal training designation. So yeah, I do a few things. Yeah, and I love creating like online content creation with my YouTube channel. So I'm growing that. So we're sitting at 748 or 9 subscribers. Once you guys subscribe, we're almost at 750 subscribers here, and then 757 followers on TikTok. So absolutely appreciate it, Petrus. And if you haven't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. We go live daily for lives like these, day in the life, workouts, meals. What kind of certificate should I get? Like side courses. Um, you should look into, because it's where things are going. I know you might not like it, but it would set you apart. AI, finance and AI. That's where things are going. Things are going. So use AI with your role. Learn how to do that, because it's where things are going, and you'll be ahead of everyone else. People that don't use AI will be left behind. People that use AI and like just a little bit, doesn't have to be like all the time, but they use it to make their work better. Yeah, it is what it is. I know people are there's a lot of animosity to it. I use it, but I can't there's no way I could put out the volume that I'm putting out for these lives and my YouTube shorts and my all my other content. Like it's like I have a second or third person helping me get all this done. I couldn't do it without it. I'm just being honest with you. If you got rid of AI, you wouldn't see the same volume of output that people are putting out right now. Yeah, it is. And when people say they don't like AI, they're also saying they don't like, so AI started with music, like recommendations. All those recommendations that you see of like content on YouTube, music recommendations, that's all AI. So when people say they don't like AI, they don't like that stuff. They don't like recommendations. They don't like predictive ads saying like you should buy this because you look at this stuff all the time, right? That's AI. So it's hard to, I get it, like that people think it's just going to take over, but it's just we're in this other revolution where this revolutionary stage where yes, it's here, there, and everywhere, but it's like the agricultural revolution when farmers were like when tractors started to come into play and there wasn't all the manual tools, and then they started using industrial machines, and then like, oh my god, like exactly right. So it's just a switch. Manual work's getting replaced with more digital work, which we just got to work with it, right? Got to make the best of it. Um, Certain industries are not as impacted with AI because they're different, but if it can help make things better, I believe in it. My mindset's a bit different. I believe that it will make things better. There's always pros and cons, right? Um, exactly, exactly, and that's that. At the end of the day, you have to learn how to adapt and adapt and adopt for sure. Um, yeah. So, oh, there's my dog over there. Trying to think of what else I want to do in this live. It's already been 85 minutes. Oh, oh, hey, I haven't. So if you've got your masters, so here's something that you want to consider. Then I want to show you something. Hang on. Whoa. Hang on. Hang on. Whoa. hmm So there's a something that you'll want to look at. Oh, um the course that I'm taking is Canadian Securities Institute. Yeah, it will take a lot of jobs, but if you're smart, then your job will be safe. Absolutely. Yeah. Oh yeah, everything's good. I wanted to show you something. So Canadian Securities Institute. So you'll probably have to look at the designations, but banks are all about designations. But what you might want to look into, depending on what your focus is, certified financial planner, chartered financial analyst. They're both global designations. So it doesn't matter where you work. There's 3 levels. It's very difficult. I've heard. I haven't taken it yet, but I had my old boss, and yeah, he has his chartered financial analyst designation. Chartered financial analyst designation lets you like invest. Um, Hold on, I'll get the exact verbiage, but CFA career path. I'm just looking it up for you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So this Canadian Securities Institute provides the regulatory licenses required to trade and sell stocks. Yeah, no, it's an actual course. While the CFA provides the elite, globally recognized expertise, and so it's a portfolio and investment management designation. So if you like managing portfolios, if you think you'd want to do that, that's more behind the scenes. I don't think you're as, so if you're not so much with people, yeah, yeah.
Because CFA is more you want to be behind the scenes doing trades on clients' behalf and investing, right? Investment management, portfolio management. CFP, certified financial planner, that's like if you really like talking to people and helping them manage their money and still helping them manage their portfolio, grow their wealth over time. I like that path better. Yeah. So it just depends on what your goals are. I've decided that I'm going to go the certified financial planner route. Um, I know the certified financial planner designation is global. Sorry, CFA is global. I'm just going to see if CFP is it global, globally recognized. Yeah. Oh yeah, it is. Cool. It's gold standard in financial planning. Yeah. Um, wow. Says there's only 230,000. Yeah, look into it. Yeah, totally. I'm gonna go the certified financial planner route when I go back to banking. Um, I think you just have to, yeah, I don't know exactly how it works, but look into both. Yeah, and then do some research. Canadian Securities Institute or your local, I'm sure you guys have a different educational institution as well. And they work with the banks. So the banks, once the banks see that you have these designations, you'll get hired first before anyone else. So, but you start with mutual funds. That's what I'm doing. Most places you start with mutual funds and then you build from there. And then you get into the more complex stuff. So, oh, hold on. I'm just going to see if my wife messaged me. Hang on. Of becoming company secretary. I don't know if you know about that. Oh, company secretary. Good for you. Yeah. Yeah. Totally. The world's your oyster. Like I said, the world's your oyster. Mm. Oh, and one other thing. I'm gonna handling money and whatnot. Yeah. It is at first, yeah, because people are very particular about how their money's managed, right? But some people are like so like most people are very grateful because it is a full-time job, honestly. It's a full-time job in and of itself managing money. You have to there's like every you have to look at every angle, every detail. Um, but I'm really good at it and I really like it. And I manage my own me and my wife's money very well, down to the last cent. I'm that particular about it. And that's how clients want their money managed. They want to make sure they're stretching their dollars and their budget. They want to make sure that they're invested in the right products to grow their money. And they want to make sure that if there is any losses, that they're educated and informed about how to offset that. So something that I've done recently, yeah. So something that I've done recently for my own portfolio is I actually so I particularly like, especially in Canada, because we don't have a ton of companies like the US does or like the world does. Um, the Toronto Stock Exchange is small compared to the rest of the world, right? But the way that we offset that is we can invest in what's called mutual funds and exchange traded funds. Again, exchange traded fund is just a mutual fund that you invest that you can actually buy like a stock on the Toronto Stock Exchange, right? But instead of me buying a share of a bank in Canada, I can I can also buy a share of an index fund that tracks the whole Toronto Stock Exchange or a portion of the top 100 to 500 companies that trade on the Toronto Stock Exchange that are banks or finance, right? And that's what I've done. I've rebalanced my portfolio. So I'm not invested in just, I made good gains on Manulife. Manulife is like an insurance company and investment company. And then I invested in Bank of Nova Scotia. Okay. So basically both financial institutions. Financial institutions do well generally. Um, but I was too concentrated. Concentrated means um, I wasn't diversified enough. Diversified means you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket, right? Yeah. Um, I mean, I have to check. My portfolio's up even with the market being down. So depending on how you're invested, right? And as long as you're diversified properly, it offsets your potential for losses. So I've got a Canadian index fund, I've got an international index fund, a US index fund, and an emerging markets US index fund. Sorry, emerging markets global index fund. And the way I've got it broken down is actually, I'm going to see if I can just show you my breakdown because I screenshotted it. Hang on. Let's see. Let's see if it's saved. Dumb thing. Hang on. I'm just going to see because I've been using Meta AI to help me reallocate my portfolio, and it's been really helpful. I want to start with mutual funds. Exactly. Yeah. Where should I invest? Because I don't think mutual funds of my own country are good. Well, uh, hold on. I use Wealth Simple. It's Canadian. Um, whoop, I want to know what international bank accounts. Depending on which country you're from, yeah, I would start with mutual funds as well because it's a basket of stocks, right? Um, and you can do it based on your risk tolerance. So, um, India, okay. So, um, does wealth have or does Wealthsimple have international bank account? I'm just seeing if they can. Oh, they don't offer international bank accounts. Yeah, you have to reside in Canada, it says. Okay. Um, what is best international bank account for uh foreigners and to also invest in ETFs or mutual funds? We'll see what it says. Oh. The best option depends entirely on your citizenship, current country of residence, and the types of investments you want. So you're gonna have to use an international broker. Yeah. So international broker. So okay, so there's IB, IBKR for global investing, low fees and advanced features. Nice. It allows you to hold cash up to 23 currencies, trade over 150 global markets. So that sounds like it's up your alley. You can open an account online, no minimum deposit. It's called Interactive Brokers. Look at that. Charles Schwab. Uh, no, Charles Schwab is if we want to open US. No, it's if you want to, it'll be more expensive then. Yeah. So, but see, if you're from India, see if you can get what's another one here? Oh, premium international banking and yeah, HSBC is another one. Allows you to hold and transfer multiple currencies and in a single account.
And then they have an Invest Direct platform as well. Yeah. You'll have to do your research. I don't know much about international bank accounts, but I know it can get pretty tricky. But yeah, here's my breakdown of my portfolio. So I have uh so VCN is a all Canada index. 15% of my portfolio is that. Um XUS is US S&P 500 index fund. 40% of my portfolio is that. VIU is international developing. So that's like Asia, India, China, Japan. 25% of my portfolio is that. So 35% of my portfolio is international. These two index funds. You can actually look at this stock ticker on the stock exchange. So I got US is 40%, Canada is 15%, international and emerging markets is 35%, and then I got gold 10%. So pretty slick. Um, and my whole portfolio is not super big, but it's about 2,300 because it's gone up a bit in the last couple days, but pretty freaking cool. I sold my crypto as well because I just don't like crypto. It's just too, I don't think it's enough. Like, yeah, I had like only like $30 because it's super high risk. It's like gambling. Yeah. Oh, you use Meta too? Yeah. It's been very helpful for helping me because I just, all I said to it for my prompt was, I want to break down. I don't want to be, yeah. I said, I was asking it, my prompt was, my stock was BCE. Yeah, that's right. I had BCE, which is Bell Mobility and TELUS and Air Canada. And they haven't done any growth in the last 1 to 3 years because I'm a buy and hold investor. Should I stay invested in those? Um, should I stay invested in those and give them more time or reallocate and sell those shares and reinvest in my index funds? I want good diversification and potential for growth. Yeah, Meta's been actually really good lately. I rotate between Claude, Meta. Um, yeah, Claude, Meta. I use Claude, Meta, ChatGPT, Microsoft Copilot. I use them all. Depends on what you're using them for. Um, and then it says based on your holdings over the last 1 to 3 years, we're rather reallocating. Yeah. So, and the reason I got these ones is because they paid dividends, like high dividends. But TELUS hasn't done anything. Air Canada hasn't done anything. They don't pay a dividend. Airline, don't recommend investing in an airline. Um, and Bell hasn't done anything. The share price hasn't gone up. I've actually lost 50% on Bell. So I sold them all. So I cut my losses, but I reinvested. It worked out to about $400 that I got back. And I reinvested that $400 and then I put them in other. See, it says I was invested 100% in Canada at one point and 66% in telecom, which is way too much. So I was too concentrated on by geography and by industry. So I decided to reinvest that and go for growth. Oh, and it's pretty good. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. US has been rallying for me. I've got, because the index fund that I have is Meta, Nvidia, Amazon. Uh, I can show you that prospectus of that one too. Yeah, yeah. So Amazon, Nvidia, Meta. God, I'm itchy. Um, yeah, it's a really good one. I'll show you actually that one because it has the. Hang on. I know the stream's long, but I love, see what I mean? I love talking. I'm super passionate about finance because it's been my entire career pretty much. Um, eight. So between banking and insurance, 8.5 years already, almost a decade. I know it's been split up a bit, but it's yeah. Okay, let's see. So XUS fact sheet. Here we go. Check this out. I'll show you guys the prospectus. Mm, let me find it. Hmm. Wow. 10-year average, 16%. Sorry, mindset. Sorry, mindset fam. Yeah, stream stop. I got a call. But check this out. Here's the breakdown of that index fund I was telling you about. So it's called iShares Core S&P 500 Index ETF. Look at this. So almost 10% of the portfolio is invested in Nvidia, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon. Alphabet Inc. is Google, Broadcom, Alphabet Inc. Class C, Meta, Tesla, Berkshire Hathaway. And then it has more even. Micron. I don't know what Micron is. Eli Lilly. Don't know what that is either. JP Morgan Chase Bank. Advanced Micro. Exxon Mobil. Yeah, it's great. Look at Johnson and Johnson, Visa, Intel, Walmart. I know it's not invested a ton, but like look, it's like less than 1%. But you're getting rather than it would cost you so much money on your own to buy all of those stocks individually. You're getting a percentage of your portfolio invested in all of them. And then you're very diversified. So look at that. Visa, Walmart, Cisco, Costco. Heck yeah, this is a solid portfolio. MasterCard, Caterpillar, that's like equipment. Netflix. Got invested in Netflix too. United Healthcare Group, Chevron, so oil and gas, Bank of America, Procter and Gamble, Oracle, GE Aerospace, Coca-Cola. Yeah, this is an insane portfolio. That's why it's still doing well despite everything going on in the markets. So, yeah, do your research. But and another reason why I'm so into my investing right now too, and making sure I'm investing in the right spots is because I'm retaking my mutual funds course, and it talks all about diversification, making sure your clients are invested in the right spots based on the risk tolerance and what you want to invest in. But this is a huge like it's invested in everything, like 500 companies, 500 top 500 companies in the S&P 500. I use Wealthsimple. It's Canadian. So I am fortunate. We do have that's by far the best online brokerage I've ever used. I used to use the banks, but they charged 9.90. They charged 29.99 a trade at one point when I first started investing when I was 19. I'm age 33 now. But Wealthsimple, zero brokerage commission. Zero, which is amazing. So I'm glad that they have that. Um, there is Quest Trade as well, but I don't think they're international. So you'll have to look at your what India has for online brokerages. But find an online brokerage, find one that's international, and yeah, that's got a preferred exchange rate for you. Local currency. Hey, Shannon, welcome back. Thanks, you're back in the stream again. I appreciate it. Just want to earn. Yeah, yeah, they do. So if you can avoid the banks, yeah. Yeah, we're talking about investing and this portfolio that I invested in, or this index fund with Wealthsimple. Where is it here? Look at that. So 10 years, it's made 15, almost 16%. Since the fund's been open, almost 17%. 5 years, 15%. 3 years, 21%. 1 year, 29%. Uh, oh, where is it? Oh, holdings. Yeah, see? And these are all of there's so many companies that are in this index fund. This morning I was getting bullied. Yeah. Sorry about that. I was like, what the hell? I was just trying to meditate and then I see the chat and I was like, brutal. Yeah. So I did report those people and I put them on timeout. So if they try and get in the live stream again, just same thing, just report them. That's all we can do.
Um, that's what I do every single time. So when people are in my stream and they're being stupid or they're being rude, um, or they're being racist or anything like that, I don't allow any of that in the chat. Oh,
Yeah, no, there was people trolling. There was this one person trolling
Shannon in the chat, and I was like meditating, and
because I'm trying not to chit chat while I'm meditating. It distracts me, and
I can't meditate. So, um, so yeah, so anytime someone's getting harassed in the chat or anything like that, I will, um, again, do my best. Yeah.
it's not cool. Yeah, zero tolerance for that. Because this is like the Mindset Fam is a safe place, right, for us to interact and I like live streaming, right? And I know there's some weirdos online, but I'm not gonna. Yeah. Um. Yep. Absolutely. When people are being rude and trying to bully, yeah, no, don't allow them. Holy, this has been a long stream, 109 minutes. Hell yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, like I was saying, you can literally look up any of Nana, you can look up any of those companies and the fact sheet. It's all public. Oh, let's check out our subs right now. Mindset fam. What are we at? Nice. Oh, we're so close. 749. 749 Mindset fam. Last night's day in the life got, whoa, almost 18 viewers. Nice. I said I didn't know what idiots had brain cells, and then he said like, "Oh my god, yeah." No, that was a good diss. Nice job on that. Yeah, and then my wife's gonna be coming pretty soon here to do our. But thank you for shutting him down. And again, I'll do my best as always. Hey, you know what? As well, if you guys like the mindset community, I can make you both moderators. So if you're gonna be in the streams regularly, because I stream daily, um, I can make you moderators as well. So yeah, here. Do you want me to make? Who wants to be a moderator? Do you want me to make you both moderators or just one of you? Because yeah, anytime there's any like weird crap going on in the chat, we can uh, we can delete them from the chat. You know what's really cool too? About 80%, when I look at my analytics, about 80% of my audience is men, or 75, but it's been growing with women too, which is cool. Because I want to, not that I want to appeal to everyone, but I want to, yeah, I'm at 20%. So that's what it says right now. Last 28 days, 20% female, and then 79% male. Because a lot of what I talk about is like, right, men's mental health, how to improve that, how to communicate better, how to become more emotionally intelligent, because men struggle with that. And I've made insane progress over like a long period of time through books, podcasts, audiobooks. I'm like a bit of an audiobook and podcast junkie. I love um like personal growth books and stuff like that, and just ways to improve our personality, right? Because our personality is not hardwired. Our personality, as of right now, is our current personal reality. It reflects our current personal reality is our personality. Um, and I'm listening to re-listening to Dr. Joe Dispenza's Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. Yeah. I've been a YouTuber on and off since 2011, but I took like a long hiatus. And then I've been really dialed in over the last 2 years. It's been about 2 years just to get to the 749 subs. It's taken me a while. Okay. Oh yeah, my wife's here, so I gotta go. But peace, mindset fam. Thank you for the subscribe.